band, we're going to place the band around your thighs. We're going to do a bridging series. You do not have to use it at all, but completely up to you. And you'll slide that band around your thighs. Could use like a heavy. I'm personally using a medium because I've already taught 3 classes today. I want to be able to show you the moves, but I would say a medium or a heavy. Okay. And we're going to just have our weights beside us if you decide to use them. If you want ankle weights, just throw them on and keep them the whole class. I personally use the 1 pound Bala ones. So we're going to go ahead and lay down. We have that band around our knees, completely optional. I'm going to separate my knees, hips with distance. Arms are by the sides of the body, weights very close to the hands. And we're just going to start off by pulling that belly in. So we're going to zip the ribs together as hard as we can. And I just want you to hold. Yeah, so just hold it there. I'm going to try to let one more person into the class. Okay, just hold it there. Zip those ribs together. Pull that belly in as much as you can. And I just want you to, either with the weights or without, reach those arms up to the sky. And we're going to go ahead and push our shoulder blades in together, so towards one another. And then very slow, lift your knees up. So your knees are in a tabletop position. You should already feel your core activating. Separate your knees just a little bit wider than hips with distance. And then nice and slow, we're going to extend out our legs without our back moving. And then we're going to pull in. So it's super slow and controlled. We inhale, lengthen out, out, out. And exhale, we pull in. Now, if you notice your spine is lifting, you're going out a little too far. So just be careful with that. Then nice and slow, we extend. Exhale, pull in. You have 5 more. We extend. Exhale, pull in. And again, if you don't have the weights, that's fine. We just want our spine flat and pulled down with our arms up. So you're almost there. You have 4. And 3. And 2. Next one, reach those legs out. Good job. And then we're going to try to lift our head, neck, and shoulders up. If this is too much for you, bend your knees into tabletop. Just reach and we're holding. You take deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to inhale. We lift back up all the way. Hands over the shoulders, knees to tabletop. Exhale, we're going to curl up. We can stare at that belly button. Reach the legs out. Separate them wider than hips width. And inhale, bend the knees, rest the head, arms up. Let's just do that 3 more times. So we exhale, kick and lift. Inhale, slowly round down, articulating through the spine, but our low spine never lifts. Very good. We exhale, lift, lift, lift. Inhale, bend and roll down. Let's go again. Tuck the chin. We lift, lift, lift. And inhale, lower down. 1 more for good luck. Let's go ahead and lift up. Hold it there. Slap your arms nice and slow, especially if you have weights. This is too much, bend those knees. If it's too much for your neck, lower your head down. There's so many ways you can modify here. You have 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Set down the weights, bring the knees to tabletop, and go ahead and bring your hands behind your head. Rest your head into your hands. We're going to hold this here. Pull the belly in, zip the ribs together, and nice and slow, extend the legs out and pull in. We inhale, extend out, and exhale, pull in. So you should be feeling those lower abdominals here. So lower abs are working nice and hard. And out. And again, if this is too much for you, just go halfway. That's okay. You have 5 and 4, 3 more, 3, and 2. That's it. And next one, hold the legs out. See if you can just open and close. But again, we're not letting that low back lift. You have 8 and 7, 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Just hold the legs wider than hips width, and then just give me a little baby crunch. I'm already shaking. Little lift and down Exhale up, inhale down. Good job. You're going to feel your low back core muscles. So don't think that's back pain. It's actually part of your multifidus, what aligns your spine, and also your obliques. Woo! 3 more. 3 and 2. 1 more. 1, just hold it up. Oh my goodness, hold 5 and 4. 3, lift higher, and 2, lift higher, and come down. Oh, it was hard to talk. I wanted to giggle so bad, but that was really hard. Oh, okay. Move the band so it's around your shins now if you have it, and if not, that's okay. We're going to bend our knees to that tabletop position. Let's push our spine down because it's going to want to lift a bit. So let's compress it down, zip your ribs together. And when we're here, once we're here, we're going to place our hands onto our knees, so right in front of our knees. A lot of you have done this with me. I think like 99% of you have done this with me. We're going to push into our knees as hard as we can, and our knees are going to push into our hands. So we're giving that nice push sensation, and you're going to feel your whole entire core pretty much immediately. You know if you're doing it right because you're shaking already. Push harder if you're not shaking. You have 8 and 7. Deep breath. 6, 5. Push harder. 4 and 3. Whew, and 2. And lift the legs up to the sky. Arms by the sides of the body, and little modified jackknife. So we get a little bit out of probably 4 of the core muscles, and we're more going to target our pelvic floor here. So a modified jackknife, we want to pull the belly in to push the spine down, which is what lifts our hips up. Tiny, tiny, tiny movement. You're going to lift and lower. Exhale up. Let's do 7 more. 7 and 6. If you have a band, add pressure to that band. You have 4 and 3 and 2. Keep the legs up. Reach your arms up. Let's do a little pulse up. If you need to support your head, place a hand behind your head. Keep going. 7. Yep. 6 and 5. 4. Toning those abs. 3 and 2 and 1. Lower your head down. Arms by the sides of your body, and little lift and lower again with those hips for 8 and 7. 6, 5 and 4. 3. We got that push again in 2. Perfect. And 1. Come down, bend your knees, place your hands onto those knees, and this time lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. It's different, and we're going to push into those knees. Tuck your chin. If this bothers your head, rest your head down. Not worth it. Push harder. 7 and 6. Have shaky voice. 5 and 4. Push harder. 3 and 2. Rest your head down. Reach your arms up to the sky. Abs should still be burning. Just open your legs to the sides and bring them in. Even if you don't have the band, you're just opening and closing because we're trying to control our core here. So our core is keeping that spine stable as we're trying to throw it off by moving our legs. We're going out and in. Now, if you have that band on, you're going to start to get those outer thighs a bit more. You have 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Place your hands behind your head. Now, every time you open the legs, crunch up. Every time you come back to tabletop, you lower down. So we go out, crunch up, and down. We crunch up. Really support your head with your hands so you're never straining the neck. You have 5 more. 5. On fire. 4. Oh my goodness. I hope you're feeling this too. 3 and 2. Next one, keep the legs open and just little crunch. 8 and 7. We got a break. Hallelujah. In 5 and 4. Strong tummy. Almost there. Sexy abs. Let's go. 2 and 1 and come down. Oh my goodness. You feel the 6-pack. We're getting there. Okay, let's go ahead and move our band now. If you have it, so it's around the arches of the feet. If you do not have the band, you'll just be going in a position I'm going to have to show you, okay? So what we're going to do with the band, it's a little bit easier to show. You will have your right leg out, left knee in. arms by the sides of the body, you're going to lower and lift. If you don't have the band, you're going to just hold that left knee in and you're going to lower and lift your right leg. Okay, that's the only difference. You got to hold the knee in. So if you do have the band, lower both. Okay, let's get started there. So we're down and up, 10, exhale up, 9, starting to get into those obliques a bit more. You have 8, hinge at the hips, and 7, and 6. Remember, if you don't have that band, you're just holding on to your knee. Almost there, 4, and 3, and 2. Next one, go ahead and lift the legs halfway, reach your arms up, and then back behind you. So if you don't have a band, just release your arms and bring them behind you. Hold that right leg out. You have 7, and 6, spine flat. 5, and 4, 3, and 2. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up, reach. Yep, so even if I don't have the band, my knee's just in. And we're just gonna pulse knee and torso. So think like knee to forehead, knee to forehead. Upper abdominals working hard. You have 5, and 4, 3, oh my goodness, 2, why are we doing this? And 1, come down. Okay, we're gonna do the other side and then we'll get you out of the tummy. I know this has turned into like Pilates core class. You never know where my brain's going. I think you all know that. We'll get into booty and inner thighs though next, don't worry. Okay, you have the band, left leg is out, right knee's in. If you don't, just hold that right knee in. Okay. Arms
Ashley,
can go by the sides of the body.
is
And
your
we're
is
gonna
your
lower
back supposed to be lifting?
and lift. Ooh, your back is not lifting. Yep, keep the spine flat the whole time. Good job. So it's down and up. We lower down, we lift up. Whew. 6, and 5, pull the ribs in, and 4. Good job. 3, nice, and 2. Next one, lower down halfway. Remember, if you're holding onto your knee, just release them back behind you. Don't let that back lift. If you need to lift it up higher or your legs up higher, that's fine. Hold it, pull the belly in even more. Oh my gosh, keep tension on the band if you have it for 4, and 3, and 2. Legs don't move, just lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach those arms forward and think knee to forehead. So I'm stretching that band if you have it. If you don't have the band, it's just the knee coming in for 7, and 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Come down. Go ahead and lose the band, and we'll get you out of the abs. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and lay down onto your right side. So I'm going to say lefts and rights to make it a little bit easier. Now, a couple options here to protect your neck, protect your body. You can always rest your head down onto your bicep. You can rest your head onto your hand, or you can put a little pillow under your head and you kind of cup the pillow with your bottom arm. Completely up to you, but we're going to go right into some inner thighs. So go ahead and allow your top left leg in front of you to be down. So your shin is down, your hips are going to be shifted forward just slightly. Your top hand can come in front of you. It's a little bit more comfortable that way. We're going to point our bottom toes. We're just going to lift and lower. So we're going up and down. There you go. Perfect. And no accessories on this move. We're going to lift and lower. Good job. And the whole time, try for like your belly not just go out. We're pulling it up and in, ribs zipped in. So they're working even though we're just laying down on our side. Let's go for 5, and 4, 3, and 2. Lift up all the way and hold. And from here, just little pulse and pulse. Good job for 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2. Lift up as high as you can. Make sure your toes are pointed and little circle around like the size of a teacup. So nothing crazy big, but a little teacup. If it looks like a golf ball, that's okay too. Don't worry. You have 5, and 4, and 3, 2, switch directions for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, good job, 5 and 4, 3, it burns, 2, hold it, flex that bottom right foot. We're going to sweep forward and sweep back for 9. There you go. And 8, 7, and 6, 5 should be a pretty good burn. 4 and 3, 2. Next one, just come to center, hold as high as you can, and little pulse to there, or from there, I guess I should say. You have 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2, and come down. I hope you all felt that right inner thigh. That was pretty intense. Okay, next thing, you all have done this with me, I'm sure. We're going to have our body in a nice straight line. I do this every single class, whether it's on the reformer or it's on the mat. It's just too good for that lower oblique area. So our body's in a straight line. Top arm is forward. And we're just going to lift both of our legs up and down. So we're going to squeeze and lift up, then lower. We're working on that lower love handle area. So I like to say, because not everyone knows oblique, but the oblique is the curve of your waistline. It does all the twisting of the torso. So we're just up and down for 10 and 9. You should probably be feeling that bottom right inner thigh just because of the move we did previously. Keep going for 6 and 5, 4, 3, and 2. Lift up, hold, zip those ribs in together so we're not arching forward. It's very common. Lift up as high as you can and little pulse from there for 8, 7, 6, 5 and 4, 3, burns 2, lift up, hold it, and lift your top leg up nice and slow, and then lower down. Your bottom leg stays lifted the entire time. So we're coming up and down and down. 7 more. 7, good job, and 6, 5, we love this feeling because we're getting change, right? And 4, I gotta be real. And 3, nice. I love watching everyone's leg go up and down. Looks so pretty. Next one, lift up and hold. Squeeze through that top oblique. If you want to work on balance, place both hands behind your head. This gets fun. And but keeping your bottom leg lifted, your top leg is going to go into little circles around. Now, especially if your hands lifted, your body's going to want to kind of fall, right? Luckily, we're close to the ground. If you need to, place the hand back down. Almost there. You have 4 and 3. Even I'm wobbly right now. And 2, and switch directions. Just laugh it off. 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 and 4, 3, 2, hold it. Now we're going to try to get our bottom leg to tap that top. We're going to come up and tap without falling over. You got this. 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Hold it up. Oh, there's a kitty in the screen. Sorry. And we're going to bring our bottom leg forward and our top leg back. Best part. We're going to lift and lower both legs. Ready? We're going to go up and up. This is where that lower oblique really starts to feel it. This is where your abs, I swear, just totally tone up. You have 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3. We have those scissor kicks in 2. And hold it. Ooh, you're gonna start to feel the outer thigh too. Let's go into the kick. Our bottom leg has not touched the ground yet. Top leg forward, bottom leg back, and we switch. We're forward. Try not to roll too much. I know my hips are shifting a little bit. It happens. It's okay. We just try our best every single class. And switch. And switch. 5 to go. 5, amazing. You got this. Don't give up. And 4 and 3 should be on fire right now. Lower oblique on the top left side. One more good one. Go forward and back. Bring that bottom leg forward, top leg back again. One more time, 10 times. Let's pulse, lift. And 9, 8, 7, 6. I can't help but have pain face right now. Let's go 4 and 3 and 2 and come down. We've hit that point in class where you just like collapse down. If you're not collapsing, I just have to say you got to work a little harder because you should be. Okay, let's go ahead and come up all the way. Whew, this is a good time for like a little break if you need some water or coffee or Celsius, whatever you're drinking. Oh, and then we got to go and do the other side. I'm going for coffee. You're doing great. There's so many screens, but I do love watching all the screens. I'm going for both. Don't judge. I love watching it. It's cool, especially when the legs are moving. Everyone's going. It's pretty rad. Oh, okay. We had our little break, and we're just gonna go right to the other side. So we're gonna start off with those inner thighs. We'll get the oblique, and I swear we'll get the booty. We're getting there. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and go into a nice straight line. Behind me. Oh. And then your top right leg's going to come forward. Okay, so those hips are going to be shifted forward. Again, you can rest your head in your hand, go on a pillow, go onto your bicep, do whatever fits your body best. Remember, you're here for you. Change your body. Okay, straighten your bottom left leg out, and we're going to lift and lower our left leg up and down. You'll kind of feel, especially now that we're thinking about our obliques, because that previous move, you'll kind of notice now that when that bottom left leg lifts, our right oblique kind of activates on its own to keep our hips still from shifting. So maybe you see that, maybe you feel that, maybe you don't, and that's all good. But otherwise, we're going up and down. Let's go for 7 more. 7, whew, and 6, 5, and 4. Perfect. 3 and 2. Lift up and hold. Yep, just find that nice isolation, frozen leg. Lift up a little bit higher, squeeze, 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 and little circle around and circle for 8, 7, there you go, 6 and 5, 4, 3, and 2. Switch directions, 10, whew, 9, 8, inner thighs talking, you have 7 and 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, hold it up, lift a little bit higher. Go ahead and flex your bottom left foot. We're going to sweep it forward. Don't let it touch the ground and bring it back. 9 more. 9. Lead with the heels. You go back. Lead with the toes. You come forward. 7 to go. 7 and 6. There you go. 5. Breathe through it. 4. My heart rate's like going up right now. And 3, 2. Next one, come back to center. Lift up as high as you can. And then from that point, lift another inch up and another inch up for 8 and 7. Good job. 6, 5, and 4, and 3, woo, and 2. And come on down. Got that inner thigh talking. Straighten both of your legs out. So find that straight line. A lot of times here, we don't even realize it, but our body is kind of in a V shape. So just make sure our feet aren't in front of us. They are in line with your hips, which are in line with your shoulder and your head. Go ahead and pull the belly up and in because you're going to want to sink down. That's common. So we're going to shift. And then both of our legs are going to lift and lower at the same time. So even for me, my wrist was just starting to talk, maybe like 10%. So I was like, oh, I'll go on to my bicep. So always just listen to your body. Going up and down, let's do 8 more. 8 and 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3. You'll feel that left inner thigh almost there. Next one, lift up, hold. Okay, now we're going to lift even higher and little pulse from there. Can you get your legs to touch? They're going to want to be separated, but use those inner thighs and keep them together. You have 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Lift up as high as you can. Squeeze through that oblique area and then tiny up and down, nice and slow. There's no rush here. Want to work on that balance. Go ahead and place your top hand behind your head. Makes it more fun. Again, luckily we're close to the ground, so if we fall, we fall. But otherwise, we're up and down. Whew. Good job. 6 more. You have 6 and 5, 4. There you go. And 3, 2. Wonderful. Next one, we lift up halfway hold. We're going to get our bottom leg to tap our top. So we're going to use that bottom inner thigh of our left leg to try to come up. And it's kind of like a swing. It's really hard to just go slow, maybe one day. But right now, just gonna swing it up. Can you get those feet to tap and then come back down without your bottom left leg taking a total break? You have 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Hold it there. Top leg goes into little circles. Remember, the body's going to want to wobble here. So you really have to pull those ribs in. Almost there. 7 and 6. Deep breaths. 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Switch directions. Again, we're focusing on that oblique area. You have 7 and 6, 5, that's it, and 4 and 3 and 2, and hold it, squeeze, then bring that bottom leg forward, top leg back, hold to start. From here, we're going to do the lift and lower both of our legs 10 times. So 10 and 9, 8, good job, 7, 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hold it nice and slow. We're going to go into those kicks. We're going to go forward and back. Now, the goal here is that bottom leg's not touching the ground, and we're trying to see, no matter which foot's forward, how wide you can get those legs. It's almost like each time you do the next rep, can you get the legs maybe half an inch wider than before? 6 more. 6. There you go. And 5. Obliques are screaming. And 4. You're feeling it. That's awesome. We're getting change. And 3. 2 more. 2. And next one, we extend out. Hold it there. Now again, last time, let's lift 10 and 9, 8, 7, and 6. 5, getting that point where I just can't look anymore. 3 and 2 and 1. Come down as fast as you can. Whew. You can tap it out. Still, I know I say this every class, but it always blows my mind how you lay down the whole class and you just get such a good burn. It's amazing. Okay, let's go ahead. Since we were just on our side, we'll do obviously bridging. I love bridging. Okay, if you'd like, you can grab the booty band. If you have ankle weights, go ahead and throw those ankle weights on. If you have weights as well, we can have them nearby. So lots of things you can add on, but again, this could be done with absolutely nothing at all. If you have a band, I would say probably a heavy, place it around your thighs. And we're going to start off on our back with our knees bent, just the pants, just the top. Okay. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood. Okay, arms by the sides of the body. Tuck those shoulders under to support your upper thoracic spine. From here, I'm just going to lift my arms so you can see my back, but we're going to do something called articulation of the spine. So it's lifting up vertebrae by vertebrae. So I'm going to tuck the tailbone, pulling my belly in, pelvic tilt. I'm going to lift my tailbone to low spine, to mid spine, to upper spine. And then I pull the ribs in. I go upper spine to mid to low to tailbone. So it's a total curve. And by doing this, I'd say it's like 60, 70% abs. And you barely feel the legs actually, which is different from when we just go up and down. That's more legs. So take your time here, arms by the sides of the body, and just see how much can you round and stretch your vertebrae. So we're getting a nice distance in between the discs in the spine. So we exhale, tuck, pull in, pull in, pull in. And then we round. And obviously, if you have that band, you're feeling a nice resistance for those outer thighs as well. Always nice deep breaths. Let's do 2 more here like this, and we'll go into some normal bridging with just the tap of the tailbone. You guys are all doing so good. Just keep going. Make it to the end with me. We're in this together. I'm here for you, quite literally. Okay, next one, lift up and hold. So once you're there, come up all the way, hold it. And now we're just going to do a little tap and lift. So totally different, not articulation. We went from Pilates basically to personal training here. We're going to go down and squeeze and down and squeeze. And always know that at any time, if it's too fast for you, go ahead, slow it down, take a break at any time. I just always say, please don't ever go faster than the pace that I'm showing, but you can always go slower. You have 8. Exhale up, 7. Yep. And 6, 5, perky booty. 4, my hip just popped. And 3, and 2, lift up all the way, hold. Does anyone else's joints like snap, crapple, and crackle and pop? Mine do every time. Okay, we're gonna go into circles around. So we're gonna start to open those hips, going around hamstrings and glutes, and circle for 8 and 7, 6, 5, and 4. There you go. 3 should feel pretty good. And 2, and switch directions, going around 10, and 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5, and 4, 3, 2, lift up nice and high and hold. Come on to those tippy toes. Now from here, we're just gonna do calf raises. So our heels are gonna drop, our heels are gonna lift for 8, and 7, and 6. Keep the hips lifted nice and high. Of course, when you break, take that break. 4 more, 4, and 3, and 2. Next one, lift onto those tippy toes, quick tap and lift. So we tap and lift and tap and lift. Exhale up and up. After this, if you have weights, you'll have the option to add them in 4, and 3, and 2, and lift up nice and high, hold. If you have weights, feel free to grab both of them, please be careful, and place them onto your right hip. From here, you're going to drop your left heel down only. So I have 2 weights on my right hip. So this is why I like to use the sand balls. We're going to stay on that right tippy toe, and we're going to flare out. Again, you don't have to have any equipment here for this. So our right leg is going out to the right and then back in. So nothing's moving. What I like about having the weights on my moving leg is if my core is not stabilizing me, my hip's going to drop, right? So you're actually working your obliques, that side torso, extra hard just to keep your hips still. So my weights are 2 pounds each, so I have 4 pounds that's being added. You have 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2. Hold your right leg out farther. So you're at kind of a weird angle with the right and your left leg slightly out. And we're just going to do a little pulse up and up. Whew. Stay with it. 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, and 2. Lift up nice and high. We're just going to drop our right heel, lift our right heel. So calf raises again. Yep. And our right leg is still out at that funky angle to the right. Lots of lefts and rights there. Keep going. 6. There you go. And 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's switch to the other side. We can come down, careful with your weights. Place them onto the left side if you have them. Come up all the way. We're stabilizing, keeping our left hip lifted and even with the right. Come up onto that left tippy toe. Yep. Once we're here, we're just going to flare that left leg out and in and out and in. Left butt cheek getting perky to match the right. Yes, I could say it that way. Oh gosh. You have 7, and 6, 5, and 4. Nice. 3, and 2. Hold your left leg out. Remember, you're at that kind of funky angle. and little pulse up and up. Wonderful. 8 and 7, 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Lift up, hold. Now calf raise just the left. We drop the left heel, we lift the left heel. Oh my goodness, feels so good. I know I see some of you guys taking a little breather. That's okay. Take it, then come back when you're ready. You have 5, you're doing great. And 4, I swear I do watch you when I'm doing this. And 3 and 2 and hold it up. Good job. Now come onto both tippy toes. Carefully, if you can, move both weights onto both hips or no weights at all. And little pulse up and up. Oh my gosh, 10 and 9, 8. Separate the knees even wider. Let's go. How wide can we go? You have 7 and 6. I added some because we just changed legs. You have 4 and 3. Come on. And 2 and 1 more and come down. Oh, oh my God. Oh, tap it out. You need some water, grab some water. I hope you felt that. We are going to lay down on our side now just to kind of finish off the tush because it's working super hard. I want it to work a little bit harder. Get some water if you need it. Yum. Water tastes good at this point. Okay, wonderful. So again, you're not going to need a weight here. Actually, we can. You can have all 3 pieces of equipment if you'd like. You can have the ankle weight, optional, band, and weight. Okay, go ahead and lay down onto your left side. We'll do the left side. Once again, you can rest your head into your hand. You can rest your head into your bicep or grab a pillow and you kind of tuck your bottom arm under. We're going to bring our knees to a 90-90. So that means 90 degrees at the hips and 90 degrees at the knees. So I like to say if you have a yoga mat, think like aligning your shins with the edge of the yoga mat. Makes a big difference. If you have a weight, let's do this. You're going to also rest the weight to your mid thigh. So just know if you're ever doing this, the higher your weight is to your hip, easier, lower down harder. So we're going to go middle. And we're just going to start off by lifting and lowering. Think hydrants. So we're going up and down. Now I'm just going to show you, keep the weight there, but for great form, you say great form, you want to try to have a gap underneath your bottom oblique. That's goals. It doesn't have to be today. But by doing so, my hips, I wish I was wearing colored pants, my hips get stacked. If I'm not, I hope you can see the difference. My hips shift forward. So if I lift, my obliques work, my core engages, hips stay still, but more of the correct glute muscles work instead of being here. So the core is working literally a lot in this move along with our tush, more the right top oblique, or sorry, glute. You have 5 more. 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Lift up and hold. Now we're going to go knee to knee, foot to foot. Now really exaggerate it. How high can you lift your knee? How high can you lift your foot? This is external rotation, internal rotation. We're going to keep going for 8 and 7. Over exaggerate it. 6. Don't forget the gap under your belly. I know it's so much to remember. Almost there. 4. Woo, make it bigger. 3 and 2. Oh my goodness. And hold the toe down, knee up. Just hold 10. 9, 8, 7, 6. Lift higher. You can do it. 4 and 3 and 2. Pulse it out. Little lift for 8 and 7, 6, 5 and 4. Feels so good. 3 and 2 and hold it. Now we're going to lift our top leg up. Don't take a break. Try really hard not to. Go into circles. 10. Keep the knee bent. 9. Keep that gap under your tummy. And 8, 7, 6. Perky booty. Almost there. 4 and 3. Make it bigger. 2. And switch directions. Go around. 10 and 9, 8, 7 and 6, 5. Good job. 4 and 3. There's only one more part. And 2 and hold it. Don't take that break. Oh my gosh, even my leg is dropping down. Straighten your top leg out. Bring the toe to the ground, heel up, and pulse. And pulse. Come on. 8, 7, 6. Your break is in 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and come down. It's always like as fast as you can. Woo! Take a little tap, a little love tap. Thank you, booty. All right, now we got to get even. Go the other side. We're almost done. We're going to do this. Little baby arms in a plank, and we're done. Oh, it's good stuff. All right, let's go right to the other side. All righty, get situated. We're going to re-grab that weight if you set it down. So find your 90 degrees, hips and knees. Remember, form makes such a big difference. You're off by an inch. I swear you worked the wrong muscle. So bring those knees in. If you use the weight and band, please do the same. Bring it to the center of your thigh. Adjust your core. See if you can create that gap underneath your oblique. Again, if it's not today, that's fine. One day. And we're going to go ahead and lift and lower that top leg up and down. Very good. Lift and lower. Wonderful. We did about 15 on the other side, so 12 more. That's it. And 11, 10, 9. It's always so weird to count down from like 15 and not 10. Throws my brain off. Almost there. 5. Woo. And 4, 3. That's it. And 2. Let's lift up. Just hold for a moment. Readjust. Pull the belly up and in. And we're going to go into that knee to knee, foot to foot. Really big. Knee to knee. Oh my God, my hip. And foot to foot. I don't know if you heard that. Even more turmeric. Keep going. You have 7 and 6. Good job. 5 and 4. Push to the end. Class is almost over. Good job. It's just 45 minutes. We started like 8 minutes late. Stay with it. 2. Whew. 1 more. 1 and 1. Okay, have those feet touching. We have not taken a break. Lift the knee up as high as you can go. Hold it. And little pulse for 10 and 9, 8. Good job. 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Just hold. Open wider. Open wider. Don't take a break. Lift that top leg up. Go into circles around 10. Oh my goodness. 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5. Good job. 4 and 3, 2, and switch directions, going around 10. 9. There you go. 8 and 7, 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2, and 1. Lift and hold, and little pulse real quick. Then we bring our top leg out in 3 and 2. Extend your top leg out. Oh my God. Bring the toe to the ground. Heel is kind of shaking. And pulse. And pulse. Come on. Give that internal rotation. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and 2. And come down. We better have perky butts after this. I think we can say the glutes are done. We got inner thighs, glutes, outer thighs, hamstrings, obliques, upper abs, lower abs, our back muscles. We just got to get our arms a little bit and we're done. We're almost there, everyone. Don't give up. Don't stop yet. Your best ability, please. Okay, almost done. Let's go ahead. We're not going to use weights because if we use weights, then the people that don't have them, it'll be very hard to do so. We can take the band off. Get rid of that band. Okay, we are going to be on the wrists for a moment. I swear it won't be too long. We're going to go ahead and come onto our tush, bend the knees, And we want to open up our chest. Our fingertips are going to face in towards our tailbone. And we're going to go ahead and rotate. So I'll go this way so you can see. We're going to rotate the elbows inwards so we protect the rotator cuffs. Once we're here, shoulders out of the neck, we're going to lean back and come up. We're going to lean back, adjust to where your shoulders feel okay. You know, like sometimes we like them in a little bit more, sometimes we like them back. Please feel free to move them around. You have 8 and 7, 6, 5, and 4, 3, and 2. Good job. Hold it, go back halfway. Now from here, dig into your heels, lift the toes. Careful with this one. And we're gonna lift up and tap. It's a quick little lift. And lift. And immediately, you should be feeling those triceps from like, I don't really feel it, to, oh yeah. There they are. 8 and 7. Class is almost done. Push through this last little arm series. 5 and 4 and 3. Good job. 2 and 1. Hold it here. Now flatten the feet. We lift all the way up and all the way down. Just make sure your arms aren't locked. That's the only thing. We lift up and down. If it bothers the neck, you can just stare down the whole time. You do not have to look up to the sky. You have 5. Triceps burning. 4. There you go. 3 and 2. Next one, lift up, hold it, little pulse up and down. You're off the wrists in 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, 2, and come on down. Woo! Shake it out real quick. Good job. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. You can come on your knees or sit crisscross applesauce, whatever feels the best to you. We're gonna do a move that you can do with weights, you can do without weights. It's like my favorite move ever. It works the lats, backside the armpits, think like bra fat area. Arms go behind you. So you're gonna bring them to the sides and then literally push them behind you like this, so you can see just in case. Right? And all we're gonna do, it's super simple. We're gonna go out, squeeze back, out, squeeze back. You can grab weights if you're like, this is too simple. Go ahead for this one, but you can do it without. We squeeze and release. And just make sure when you do this, you're not totally like expanding the chest, right? I know we're tired and I know you're like, how much time left? She's just gonna keep going. I get it. But try really hard, keep the ribs in. Try to keep the shoulders down, out of the ears. You have 10. There you go. 9. Like I already feel it. 8. Really squeeze. Think shoulder blades come together. They're trying to kiss one another. 2. Hold it back. Just squeeze. Relax the neck as much as you can and little pulse. 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 We're going to do full extension in 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2. We go all the way out. Squeeze back. All the way out. Squeeze back. Good job. 8 and squeeze. 7 and 6 and 5. See, now when you're watching TV, there's no excuse to not be working your back and arms. This works. It's great. And 2 more. And last one. Good job. Just hold it there. Just little tiny rotation. If you have a shoulder injury, do not do the rotation. Last 4 and 3. We're going to end with a plank in 2 and 1. Last move. Oh, and then it will be a 50-minute class. Okay. We can go onto our forearms. Final move, just some hip dips and a little plank to pike. I think I ended last class with this, but it's tiny. It's just 10 and 10. Why end early when you can make it to the end and tell yourself and be proud of yourself for doing that, right? Guys, we're in a plank. If you need to, you can always go on your knees for this. We're gonna go side to side hip dips. Go from one side of the rainbow up and over to the other side for 9 and 8. Gaze down at the mat. 7 and 6. Strong tummy, strong arms, strong legs. 4 and 3 and sweating. 2 and hold it at center. Dig into the elbows, little lift of the hips and down. Little baby plank to pike, kind of like how we started class. 8 more and we're done. And 7, 6. I love Mat Pilates body. Almost there. 3 to go. 2 more classes done after this. Oh my gosh. And come down.
We did it.
It's so hard.